Hi everybody, I'm Jennifer Freer, the Business Librarian at RIT. December's resource of the month is LinkedIn Learning. Let's take a look at LinkedIn Learning's features, its content, its new AI coach, and I'll show you how to access personal finance courses within LinkedIn Learning in the event any of you are graduating this year and then heading off into the work world. So let's get started. To access LinkedIn Learning, go to the Databases tab from the library homepage and type in LinkedIn. This will bring up the record for LinkedIn Learning. You can then access the database. If you're off campus, you'll be asked for your RIT username and password. Alternatively, you can go to the library's info guide on accessing LinkedIn Learning. This will also provide you with information in case you have difficulty accessing the product. First, let's take a look at the LinkedIn Learning interface. Along your left-hand side, you have navigation throughout the product. In the center bottom, you will see a scrolling screen where you can view what courses you have in progress. You can also see courses that are recommended by the service, including top picks that are recommended for me. My account is connected to my LinkedIn account, and so it's looking at my profession and my skills and the things that I want to learn. Along the very top, you have access to the new AI coach. This will also give you feedback based on its understanding of your career goals and the skills that you want to learn. Along the top right-hand side, I can see my LinkedIn icon, which indicates that I have my LinkedIn profile and my LinkedIn Learning account attached. Let's look a little more in depth at the home page and how you can navigate through the product. In the center, you can see that you have access to what you have in progress. You can also browse courses. This is reflecting on what you have in your LinkedIn account. It's giving me top picks, also based on my career and what's in my LinkedIn account. It's also giving you the top courses for that week, so this is going to rotate throughout the year. We can also see new releases, which is helpful, and communication is one of my big areas, so it's pushing me communication recommendations along with links to recent searches. So things that are popular on LinkedIn Learning and things that we can do quickly. And also, there's popularity in the most watched, but there's also popularity in terms of most liked. You can also take a peek at what people at Rochester are doing at the Rochester Institute of Technology. And then it's also encouraging you to brush up on the skills that you have in your LinkedIn account. We can also see along the left-hand side that I can watch my career journey. Now, LinkedIn Learning is not great for librarian info. It's not a common job, so it doesn't know exactly what to do with me in some places. But if you're in a more traditional role, it's probably going to have better luck at offering potential next roles for you. I can also see my library. This is where I can again view what's in progress. I can also take a look at the things that I've saved. I can also set weekly goals for myself if I wanted to. And I have taken out all my skills to show the account with no skills so I can add different skills now. So here's what's saved. I can also look at collections. Collections are where you're creating playlists, basically. If RIT assigned me work, I could see it there. And if RIT recommended me work, I could see it there. And my learning history is not that big, so that's why that is also empty. Now, content. This is where you're going to spend a lot of your time. So the main things in LinkedIn Learning are business, technology, and creative. So notice as I click on technology, some of the courses are going to change. Same as when I click on creative. If I clicked on RIT, these are collections at the Rochester Institute of Technology. So it's in this center under content where you can browse by role guides. A role guide is you want to be an accountant or you want to be a marketing manager, and it will give you pathways to better understand and learn and improve those skills. So here we are at Marketing Manager. It's describing what a marketing manager is, roles and responsibilities, top marketing skills, etc. So this could help me explore other occupations potentially that I want to go into. You can also see that it knows more of what to do with the roles of a marketing manager than it does with a librarian. I've also got learning paths that I could take a look at. So now let's think function or skill sets. And then I can also browse all of the business topics. They're classifying them into major topics such as finance or HR, but I can browse everything. I can also see editor's picks here, and I can also resort this list in the center by best match, newest, etc. And so notice the little sparkles in each one of these. The sparkle says that the AI can tell you a little bit more about this course right from here. So at this point, I can go back to my library. I can browse my content, and I can also access the AI coaching from here if I wanted to. There are also a number of certifications available through LinkedIn. Browse this to take a peek and see if anything is related to your current learning. They've also got set up a trending topics area for leadership, management, AI, and this will change throughout the year. Now you can also see here that I can search along the top. So if I wanted to find personal finance courses, I can type into the learning content area and search for personal finance. And this happens to be a topic that's not easy to browse to when you're browsing in the content area. So it is helpful to know that LinkedIn Learning has some very nice classes available to you on personal finance. You are able to browse through the 103 results available. You can resort them by newest, view count, or best match. Best match is the same as relevance. That was going to vary. So I see here, I can see what the date is. Now this is going to be very important. I wouldn't look at anything that was before 2020. I would try to keep to things that are newer. Because things have changed since 2020. There are going to be some basic tips that might be helpful from something from 2018, but I would stay with what is fresh. You can also use the filters along the top to sort by type, to sort by hands-on practice, how long it might take to complete a project, and what level of learner you are. So you have lots of options for sorting through and filtering how you look at these courses. Let's now jump into a course, and we'll take a look at how you navigate while you're in a course. Click on the course title to launch the course. Along the left-hand side, you're going to have the navigation of the chapters throughout the course, and each chapter will have a subchapter. You can bookmark these, you can jump to different chapters. The videos are captioned, and you can toggle captions on and off in multiple languages. You also get a section where a Q&A is occurring, and you can also keep a notebook. So in the Q&A, you can ask questions to get more help from other learners and experts. Within the notebook, you can keep notes, which you can also download based on what you're seeing. And you also have access to a searchable transcript. You're able to search within the video that you're looking at or search within the course. On the right-hand side, you have access to the new AI Coach. The AI Coach at this point is only searching inside the transcript for this course. So it's going to give you some initial prompts, such as key takeaways, but you can also type in and ask your own questions. So if I wanted to ask how I can start saving, it's going to draw off of the content in this particular course. So the responses tend to be 3 bullet points. with the option to thumbs up or thumbs down. That is to give the system feedback on whether the answer was good for you or not good for you. The AI is pretty limited in what it is doing, and it is trying to give you a little bit of extra help in understanding the video. But you can try asking any questions, and you will see it may or may not help draw out extra information about the video for you. Notice I had a misspelling in there. A lot of times with generative AI, it doesn't mind misspellings because it is only looking at what are called tokens. So if I was to ask it now, what are some helpful tips on budgeting? I'm going to get 5 quick bullet points with a little bit of a coaching aspect if I follow these tips. Within the course at the bottom, you can view course details. If there are exercise files or certification, you can learn a little bit more about your instructor, including following them on LinkedIn. And you can also see learner reviews in the event you need a little bit more assessment of how good this course is for you. You will also see a skills section where you can jump to more videos regarding the skills that are taught inside this video. Let's head back to LinkedIn Learning's homepage and take a look at the AI Coach. As I said before, the AI Coach is in the center of the homepage, and they're offering you 3 prompts that will get you started. Now, these prompts are tied to the skills and the career paths that I have put into LinkedIn and LinkedIn Learning. Now, notice if I refresh this page, the prompts will change. So the prompts are dynamic and will change, but are still LinkedIn, or I should say linked to your LinkedIn profile. So you can start to pose a question here. So I could start to pose a question. Help me find courses on personal finance. So this is asking for navigation within the product. Takes me to the AI-powered coaching page, and it will always look at the skills that I've tied to and other information on my LinkedIn profile if those are linked. Now notice I had a misspelling, multiple misspellings in that. Many times generative AI doesn't even pay attention to the misspellings. It's enough characters that it knows what I'm looking for. So now it's also offering me a couple new prompts on the bottom, or one new prompt. Can you guide me on practical applications of personal finance concepts? Now this is leading into the idea of asking the coach not just for navigation to a course, but actually applying something you learn. So let's accept that prompt. Now notice every time it's going to analyze different things. And it may or may not come up with the same courses. Let's take a peek. So it looks like it has come up with a couple new courses, and it's giving me some new prompts. I can jump right to those courses if I wanted to. So let's try something new. Let's say, can you help me understand a concept? Can you help me understand how mergers affect HR? So this is kind of a deep concept, because when 2 companies merge, the human resources departments are affected, in addition to the employees at both companies. It has come up with a little bit of context in this first paragraph about understanding how mergers affect HR and that it's crucial. But it is also acknowledging we don't have anything directly related to that, but here are 2 HR topics. This is a very good example of how the AI coach certainly right now is very limited in what it's able to do. So even though they're calling it an AI coach, it's more like just a little AI assistant helping you to dive into content within LinkedIn Learning and trying to match it to the things that you want to learn based on what it's learned from your previous searches, what it's learned from your LinkedIn account, etc. So at the moment, the coach, as I said, is more of an assistant and isn't going to be able to give you very robust answers. But it's worth playing around, and they are in the process of developing expert personas based on some of the actual instructors who work with LinkedIn. And so down the road, the coach might have a little bit more robust features to it. But right now, just use it as a way to dive into the entire LinkedIn universe, LinkedIn Learning universe, and then within a specific course, use it to dive in and go through the transcript and try to pose questions there. That wraps up this resource of the month. Thank you for attending, and if you have any other questions about LinkedIn Learning, refer to our LinkedIn Learning info guide at the address on the screen. Thank you very much.